I called him one day and I said, I can't live with the pain. 2 days later, he took off my leg and it was above the knee. So I've been dealing with that. I have a prosthesis, which I'm having a very difficult time walking in. I know everybody's different, but I'm just wondering, how long does it take before it's comfortable and when you can, start walking with it?
How long have you been wearing the prosthetic limbs?
I've been wearing it for probably on kind of a regular basis, although I take it off a lot, for probably 3 or 4 months now.
So you're very early into this process. I mean, it's even, I don't want to say, I don't know your case, so I'm not going to say too early to be getting the definitive prosthetic limb. We say it takes 2 years to maximize what you can do on a prosthetic limb. Now that's not 2 years from the surgical date. Right now, you are so early in the process, you haven't even really started to adapt to your limb. At this point, you can expect that your limb is going to be going through a lot of changes and doing buildups and adjustments to the socket just to keep that fitting. That is normal, okay? That your limb is still shaping. You've got muscles that are atrophying, which means they're shrinking because you're not using them. So when we say it takes 2 years to maximize what you can do on the prosthetic limb, the first year is really just shaping your limb and strength training, okay? So, and that's an ongoing process throughout that whole year. What happens in the second year, that's really when you start to adapt to things and you start to react to your environment and you're not so conscious of, you start to gain confidence on the prosthesis and all those other things. And the reason that happens more the second year is because while your limb's still changing so rapidly and you're building up your strength, right now things are so inconsistent. The first time you stand on a prosthetic limb, you don't know what to think about it, am I right? It's different. You're experiencing something that you've never experienced before. You're bearing weight on a part of your body that was not designed to bear weight. And then what happens when people get this, technology's coming, and the first thing they start to think is, this is not for me. This isn't going to work. If the rest of my life is going to feel like this, that's not a very comfortable feeling. That's why we try to prepare you, like, if you continue to wear it, if you continue to labor through some of the difficulties like donning it, sitting in an above-the-knee prosthetic limb, what happens is eventually you start to get used to that contact, and then you adapt to it, and then it will become more second nature. It's just not going to happen overnight.
Okay, I guess I want it to happen overnight, only because before they took off the leg, I was in such pain for 2 years prior. So like I'm going now into like my 3rd year, but I'm only in a few months. But I've been in pain for so long. It's like, well, when is this going to happen? At least it doesn't hurt. I couldn't believe when I woke up from anesthesia after they'd taken off my leg, that pain was gone. That horrible, like I want to die pain. It was a relief. I was so glad the leg was gone. But now I'm dealing with, now I want to go running down the beach, and I can't.
So Robin, the thing that you answered that you're doing right and that your prosthetist is doing right is that you're seeing each other regularly. Yep. So that is I mean, your #1 pathway to getting this and being successful and getting to the places that you want to be is continuing to maintain this communication, continuing to maintain these regular appointments like this. Even if you have to be the one to initiate it, just keep initiating, just keep going in. I mean, at the stage that you're in right now, somewhere between weekly and monthly appointments is, when you're having problems especially, is not unheard of or even outside of the realm of what should be expected. During the good times, maybe you could go a little bit longer. If all of a sudden things have stabilized a little bit, the shape of the sockets matching your body, those things, great. Now it's time for you to go enjoy, but just realize that it's still, even in this, it's still a phase. There's still going to be that next time that your limb is going to change. There's still going to be more work to be done on the socket to really keep it fitting right because your body's changing so much.